My 29F soon-to-be husband 34M doesn't agree with women gaining weight after delivering a baby. What to do? As I am pregnant? I 29F and expecting a baby girl. I have been dating my fiancé 34M for a year. We are getting married and things are going smoothly. Due to some bad history I avoided dating and he was my first. The guy is an airline pilot and gone for 17 days a month, which is fine for my avoidant. Attachment style is heaven. He is good looking, intelligent and gets along with my family. Yet at a family event recently he got sued drunk, he actually arrived dizzy, and told my cousin some very unkind things about his girlfriend. He called her a SLT, she is known for her past of sleeping around in this tiny community. And warned him that her fata, SS, will get even fatter after she delivers a baby. Then he said that his woman has only been with him and even after she gives him a bunch of kids, will not look old or gain weight. Now, his woman is me. I found the wording very mean. And also to give him kids. Like a kid is something a wife give to her man? I don't know what to think about all his. He was extremely drunk that he spent the night on all fours vomiting in the toilet. My cousin put him in the car and took him to my place. And now some memories come to my mind. I am fit as I hit the gym daily. But during winter I gain a bit of a weight. He was not mean or anything but bought me some jeans that were small to motivate me lose weight. He said it was a joke though. Also, I am an elementary school teacher and I thought about changing the career for an office job. He wasn't against the idea but he said school teacher is nice for a girl. So, meanwhile, a few hours before, I talked to him again as some of you recommended. I didn't push too much on that conversation he had with my cousin as he was super drunk. But I confronted him about the fact that we are going to have a baby girl and I hope he will not be fat shaming her or cause her distress that will lead to eating disorders. For just a few minutes he was calm, but in the end told me my head is full of feminist bullshit and left, closing the door hard after him. Then he returned maybe 35 minutes later and he apologized. But I am just very confused and I will spend the night at my parents'. My 28F best friend, 28F, kissed my husband, 27M, and it's destroying me. How do I proceed? After reading a lot of the comments, I realized that it was possible that my husband was having an affair with my best friend and he knew about the camera and acted accordingly. To make sure I didn't suspect an affair. Her running out of the house crying, my husband showing me the footage before I asked. And his love bombing would all make sense if he was cheating with my best friend. I can't be with a cheater and I had to make sure my husband was loyal to me. On a side note, I made sure that my husband was okay and well after being forcibly kissed and he said he was fine and he didn't feel assaulted and it was just a kiss. He said that he was just worried about me because he knew how much this friendship meant to me. Over the weekend, I looked through my husband's phone and laptop while he was doing yard work. Both of us have full access to each other's phones and I didn't find anything out of the ordinary in my husband's phone. I checked his messages, WhatsApp, social media and deleted messages folder. There was nothing suspicious on his phone or laptop. This morning after my husband left to go to work, I arranged for our next-door neighbors, a friendly, elderly couple, to watch the girls for a couple of hours and I went to my best friend's place without telling her I was coming. She works afternoon shifts so I knew she would be there in the morning. She let me in and she seemed scared and I demanded to know the truth. She said that she had always been really attracted to my husband and she had tried making advances before but my husband always just shut her down. She admitted to being jealous of me and my perfect life with my husband. I should have seen the signs earlier. When our firstborn was learning to speak, my best friend would always try to get her to call her Mama. When she held our daughter for the first time, she accidentally sat in my husband's lap. She has been trying to replace me for years and I never noticed, and my husband kept rejecting her advances because he only wanted me. She said that she had drank more than she should have at the barbecue and she decided to try her luck when she saw my husband was going inside alone. I forced her to show her phone as well, and again, there was nothing implying an affair. And all the messages appeared to line up with my husband's phone, so I knew there was nothing deleted or manipulated. She apologized profusely and asked me to not end our friendship over this. I told her that she's nothing to me and she could have been happy for me, and I treated her like a sister all these years just for her to try and steal my life. Now, I know for sure that my husband never cheated. The guilt for doubting him is eating me up. If I tell him that I snooped through his phone and laptop and met up with my ex-best friend to verify that he wasn't cheating, it's going to impact our marriage and he'll be very disappointed in me for not trusting him, and if anything, he will lose his trust in me. If I don't tell him, the guilt is going to continue eating me up. I've never lied or kept secrets from him before, and I don't want to start now, but this is an impossible choice. He's only ever shown me how much he loves and cherishes me, and he doesn't deserve to be betrayed like this. I will update more when I tell him the truth. I am 28, know that my son isn't mine, but my wife F26 doesn't think that I do. How do I have this conversation with her? Hello all, throwaway. I made this as short as possible, I'm sorry. I've been married to my wife for 3 years and together for 5. Our son just turned 2 in early June, and to put it bluntly, he looks biracial. His skin is darker than I thought it would have been, he has curly hair when we most certainly don't, and his features just don't look like the standard white people which we are. He's a beautiful boy, he just doesn't look 100% white. I asked my wife a few days after his birthday if she thought our son looked white. She said yes and asked if I'm accusing her of something. I said no, because I genuinely wasn't, I just was wondering. I know genetics can be weird sometimes. We fought and I apologized, but I wasn't able to shake the feeling, so I did the shitty thing and got a test done behind my wife's back. The results came in a few days ago and I'm not my son's dad. I feel conflicted about my son. I love him, but knowing that he isn't mine is leaving a sour taste in my mouth. Our son definitely prefers me and he's my world, but he's just not biologically mine. I don't know what to make of my feelings. I'm a mix of emotions about my wife. I don't know how to talk to her. I'm angry, confused, and feeling very, very betrayed. I'm heartbroken too. I still love her. She's working at the moment and I don't want to disturb her at her office, but I feel like I'm going to explode. This is all very difficult for me to process, and I can't think of when my wife cheated. We always had each other's locations for safety purposes, and I can't think of any suspicious friends that she has or had. We go on regular dates and our bedroom isn't dead. We were also trying for a baby around that time, so I don't know when she cheated on me or why. Ever since we married, she's been over the moon, constantly showing off her ring and talking about me. She's like a teenager in love. How do I tell her that I know? Or get that ball rolling? I don't know what I want to do yet, as stupid as that sounds. I've been stewing on it for a few days, but I still love her so much. Maybe someone can knock some sense into me? I need help. Edit. I'm becoming overwhelmed with the comments, I'm sorry. I wanted to reply to a few, but I can't. I just wanted to say thank you for commenting, and that I also hope our baby was just swapped, as terrible as that sounds. Our baby didn't look biracial at birth. As he got older, he started developing features that didn't look entirely like ours. If our son's skin didn't darken over time, I don't think I ever would have questioned anything. The other features can be explained as a fun little surprise or a few generation hops. Maybe. I know that genetics can be weird. My husband, Make 32, just told me, F30, he has feelings for our friend, F30, and those feelings are reciprocated. Do I leave? My husband is currently a stay-at-home dad, watching our 1-yo during the day and our 4-yo when he comes home from school. He met another SAH dad, M36, who has a 1-yo as well, and they've been hanging out all the time. I was very grateful for their relationship because my husband seemed lost as a SAH dad at first. We ended up getting very close with the family as a family and started spending a lot of time with this guy and his wife, F30, and kid. It's been about 6 months since we've known them, and this last week I could feel something sort of shifted. My husband and SAH dad's wife went out together for drinks one night last week. I didn't think anything of it. They've both had very hard childhoods and have bonded over that. My husband doesn't have a lot of friends, and I was honestly just excited that he had someone other than me to talk to. But today I told him I felt like he was not telling me something, and he said he did have something to tell me. We went on a drive and he said that he's developed feelings for this woman. He said they sort of talked about it on Wednesday when they went out, it's now Sunday, and that they've been messaging about it throughout the week. I asked him how it came up and he said it was just very natural, but didn't give me details more than that. I asked to read his messages between them from Wednesday to today and he declined. And that really rubbed me the wrong way. He assured me nothing more had happened, they've just established that there's feelings present and that there's no intention attached. It just was the right thing to let me know. Here's where I stand. I am not naive and I know people develop feelings for people all the time. It would be unnatural not to, and I don't think he's wrong for having them. However, I don't like that they discussed it before discussing it with me and the woman's husband, or that there was days between without us being told. We do not have an open relationship and we pride ourselves on our honesty with each other, and this felt a little late. Also, I do not fully trust this woman. She has confided in me a lot about the issues between her and her husband, and I worry she's using this as a way to prove a point. She also is very traumatized and likes drama, her words, so I fear she can be a bit toxic. Obviously, this situation is very nuanced. My husband has expressed that he doesn't want a life without me. But we've been in similar situations before, and I just feel maybe I'm not being fair to myself anymore by staying. But he is a great father and we do have 2 children, so that makes things extremely complicated. Where do I go from here?